Akon is on the cruise show right now.
Hits.
Impressive.
Yep. See, that was just for you.
How does that feel?
That intro was nuts.
You like that? Edgar produced that, by the way.
Word?
Yeah. Hey, when I first met Akon, right, I was on the radio trying to get to Power 106. I was in Las Vegas. I think I just started there. Akon showed up in a van, in a white van with a few other artists, and you were doing that artist promo run. Yeah. And you jumped out of the van. He was positive. We didn't. I think they were running late or something like that, so we missed the opportunity to interview Akon, right? We couldn't interview anyone at that time, but Akon was okay with that. He was cool with that. He was like, just make sure you play Belly Dancer, man. That would be great. I would really appreciate that. Aww. He's like, I'm really trying to make history out here. And I was like, absolutely. And I think we put it on like a Battle of the Beats or something like that, where you put up two songs up against each other, and it won. You know what I mean? And I think it got into rotation after that, and then it was history in the making after that. Akon, congratulations,
your first meeting
man.
with Akon.
Yeah, man, first meeting with Akon. I mean, he was in a van with other artists. I think it was a girl who recently sang on an Eminem record.
It was me, Ricochet, Dina Ray.
Yes. Huh? That's what it was.
Me,
do you remember that
Dina
van
Ray.
run?
Yeah, me, Ricochet, and Dina Ray. And there's one other artist from the West. I can't remember his name, though. It was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
He only came on 2 or 3 dates. So and
he's no longer an artist, I believe.
Yeah,
well, I don't remember the guy's name, but I don't think he's doing what he was doing now. But dog, you were in that van and you were just trying to get it, man. You were with Universal at the time, and you were just trying to get it, man.
I was after David Banner at that time.
Dog.
Damn. Because David Banner had that record. I said, I got to get to number one.
You wanted the number one, right? Yeah,
Beat
right.
Banner.
You wanted that, man. But you were smiling just like you're smiling now, and you were a great dude like you are now, and you were just like. And I remember breaking that news to you, saying, "Hey, man, I'm sorry we can't interview you. We missed the window or whatever." And you were like, "It's all good, man. I just appreciate the time."
Yeah, no, for sure.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. And so much has happened since then.
Hell yeah.
Right?
A few things? Just a few?
That watch has happened.
You start with that.
Those earrings have happened. That suit has happened.
Multiple hits?
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
And then on top of that, all the work that you're doing around the world is amazing as well, man.
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations, Akon.
I appreciate that, man.
It's good to have you here. I know you're good friends here at Power 106. You're good friends with Felly Fel. You're family here, man.
Right here,
yeah, straight up.
Dude, I told him how E-Man's on vacation, and he's like, "Oh man, that guy works so hard. I can't." He finally,
he deserves it.
Yeah,
he deserves it.
Like artists know how hard E-Man works. And,
yeah, right.
He can't play ball, but he good.
You said him.
Wait, he's very proud of his basketball.
Yeah, I know he's proud, but he just needs to just stop.
Just coach.
Just coach. Every time you know what I'm saying? Like, I love him, but if I have to dunk on him one more time.
I want to see that.
That's right. Akon, you've been very smart since day one, right? I mean, you've kept track of spins and all of that, and we get it. It's radio. But the first time you heard your music in Los Angeles, specifically on Power 106, what was that like?
Nah, I felt like I accomplished something.
Did the label say, hey, listen, if it gets played on Power 106, we're good to go?
Yeah, they did. They told me that lie. No, I'm just joking.
Here's the thing. Once Power plays it, other stations follow.
Pick up. Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Right.
You know, and they told me, I said, man, it's one of the hardest stations to break. If you get on this one, you got a good shot.
Mm-hmm. And what happened?
And when we heard it, I was like, yo, we got it, right? They said, don't get too excited. They're going to play it, but people got to call and request it.
Let's put it in rotation.
You know what I'm saying? So there's still more to go. So at that moment, the grind just never stopped.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you've been going ever since, bro. And then you signed Lady Gaga.
It's a huge move.
Are you paid for the rest of your life for Lady Gaga?
Nah, the music industry just don't really work like that.
Really?
You got to keep working.
How does it work?
It's a per project basis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, an artist can be huge one album and be nothing the next album. So it's not really more so about building an album. It's about building a superstar. Mm-hmm. So that way, even after the albums are done, you still can be able to make money off them from touring, merchandising. Like, they have to be a real brand, something that really impacts people. You know what I'm saying?
You've seen the music business inside and out at this point. Akon, what do you see? What are the goods? What are the bads when it comes to this music industry?
I mean, well, the bad is the preconception of once you get a record deal, you made it.
You think you're famous, you think you're going to have a big house,
1000%.
big car, everything.
You really have to manage their expectations, especially today, because any and everybody could be a star. You know what I mean? There's a difference between a star and a superstar. You know, anyone can pretty much pick up a camera,
What's the difference?
Hard work. That really will help to establish the difference. But more than anything, I always felt like patience is the key. You know, you can't rush your own destiny, and nothing's going to happen before God says it's going to happen for you.
Right. And you can't force
And you got to
it.
be able to accept the fact that it just not may be for you. You know, you have to know, like, okay, maybe it's not for me.
Right.
You know, maybe I was brought into this situation to be attached to something around it.
Sure.
Because sometimes, like, look at L.A. Reid, for instance. He thought he was an artist, but you realize the artist's not really him. He's the business side of it. And you just have to know what you're great at and focus on that. Because everyone has a gift, they just ignore it.
Are you more of an artist or a businessman at this point?
No, I think it's everything. You know, because to be a successful artist, you have to have some kind of business sense.
Sure.
I mean, because you see it all the time. The most amazing artists is like really, you wonder why they're so underrated. You know, think about it. All these huge artists, you're like, man, that dude is so dope. Why isn't he bigger than this artist who's doing that?
Yeah.
This artist is clearly outworking him and understands the business better. You know, so the combination works, and they understand how it works.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about, you know, unfortunately, it's 2016, and unfortunately, there's still a lot of people that are growing up without electricity, without the necessities that we need just in life.
It's the bare necessity.
Things
really.
that we take
Water.
for granted.
Things that we may take for granted. Sure, water,
No,
electricity.
we do take it for granted.
Right?
I mean, we really take it for granted. I mean, it's no different from a couple years ago when Atlanta had that big old storm, and everybody was caught on these buses and highways because we had 1 inch of snow. So they were stuck over there with no electricity, no water.
Because of 1 inch of snow.
Because of 1 inch of snow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
they was about to die for these 8 to 12 hours.
Sure.
And you got people over here that's living it every single day for years and years. 30, 40, 50 years. And still haven't, they don't even know what light means at nighttime.
That's insane.
Wow.
Just
That's
the moon,
insane.
right?
And
Exactly.
you've provided electricity.
Yeah, so I mean that's always been my goal. When I went to go visit my grandparents after the success, I went to go visit them in the same environment, like in the village, out in the jungle. You know what I mean?
And you've seen that before, Akon, but
Oh, yeah.
once you taste success, you go back, it's a little different.
It's totally different. Like
Yeah.
when I was coming up, I had none of it, so everything was fine. I mean, I enjoyed life probably more than not knowing it was available, which is crazy.
Yeah. You know, Akon, when I was growing up, my parents didn't have like a nice car or even a decent car. They always had used cars, and I just thought that was
It was cool.
life.
As long as you get to A to B, you was fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And as long as there's something on the table to eat, then that's what it is. That's our reality.
1000%.
We don't see anything different.
1000%. But once you've experienced better and you realize it's better out there,
Sure.
you're gonna always want to tend towards getting towards it better. But with light and with electricity, period, when you start to realize how much it actually impacts your life, how much more it impacts your life, coming from not having to having, there's no way you can live without it. It's impossible.
Do you know how many people you've impacted?
I mean, it's in
You're
the
doing
millions.
countries, right?
Yeah,
it's not like you
yeah,
get one little city. You're doing
Yeah.
countries across Africa.
Millions.
the goal
millions.
This isn't a
originally was
game.
to get 1 million homes at first. Now
Damn.
we're in 14 countries now. So
Congratulations.
Wow.
One time for
Countries,
that, man.
man.
One time
That's
for that.
awesome.
That's amazing, man. And I'm sure you're not doing this on your own. You have a squad. You have a team.
Oh yeah, we got a full team,
Mm-hmm.
a real infrastructure.
What made you say, listen, when I'm going to be successful, I'm going back? A lot of people don't necessarily think that way, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I never looked at that as that was an option. You know, I always felt like God puts success in the hands of people that's going to help them do His work. You know what I mean? Like, why give you the success and allow that kind of money to flow through your hands for yourself? He's going to take it as quick as you was given to it.
Right.
Literally,
right,
people
right.
like that don't last. They don't. I mean, I always felt like everyone on this earth has a specific purpose, and you never really know what that purpose is until one day you just know. And that's I think that's what happened to me, because from where I came from, the background, decisions I might have made, situations I got out of, from that history
Right.
that only I know about, to get out of that and to be in this position, I know for sure God put me there for a purpose.
Congratulations.
You know what I mean?
man.
So
yeah.
there's no way I can be in a position to get all of this, understand all this, have access to all of this.
Sure.
It wasn't just for me. It was definitely to be able to spread it out and allow God, help God to do His job.
Do you have, Akon, a spiritual advisor or a friend or someone, a family member that helps you walk this path?
Oh, I mean, in Senegal, it's a spiritual country. Like everything is ran by just religious
Very
beliefs.
religious,
And
sure.
It's very religious. I mean, it's no different from where you got. I believe he's the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You talking
saying?
about Mexicans?
No, listen, Mexicans, Africans, we the same.
Dog, for real,
On
man.
everything I love.
Seriously.
We are the same
put
when it comes to that.
all of our faith in one
Yeah,
person, and
I
we hope
agree.
that it works out, and
Yeah.
we believe that it's going to work
We
out
believe
because
it.
of that person.
Yeah, so when you
Absolutely.
grew up to believe that, you're naturally going to ride like that. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to, I mean, no one can tell you different. That is not true. So religiously, we really follow those commandments in the way that we can.
And by the way, when I say person, I mean a higher being. I mean
Right.
God, if you believe in God or whoever you believe in.
Yep.
You know? What's up, Crystal?
You started lighting up Africa in 2014. Did you know that it was going to be this huge and go to 14 countries and help this many people?
Well, I mean, when I looked at it, I always looked at it from a 20-year plan. I didn't think that it would happen overnight or that we would be, we would grow so fast. But we did know we had to prepare, because if we were the only company in Africa doing it like that, we was going to grow fast, because the need for it is so vast.
They needed it.
And in business, if you supply the demand, you're going to grow faster than you can,
Handle.
exactly. So we kind of anticipated it, but we didn't think it would grow this fast, because we wasn't expecting this huge media and social media blast with support.
Yeah.
So when that happened, then we had to really start pulling some real teams together, bringing some manufacturers, bringing some specialists, and kind of really map out on how we're going to move out in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Congrats.
What's up, Todd?
Was that the hardest part of the start, is mapping out the future? Because when you first started, it has to be a major difficulty. It's not like you just take over light bulbs to Africa. It's got a process.
Well,
What's
actually,
the most difficult part?
The most difficult part was cutting through the politics of it, because it didn't, to kind of rewind a little bit, it didn't start with me wanting to do solar.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to build power plants, so I was looking for investors to come in and build like multi $250 million, $500 million power plants.
And what that could do for jobs as well is
Exactly.
amazing. Sure.
But what I didn't calculate was there's a lot of oil companies out there that's already got a foothold on that market.
Sure.
So they're not going to just let you
Yeah,
walk
yeah,
in.
hell no.
They already got the government tied up a certain kind of way. So
Yeah.
it was when you start realizing that this is the kind of stuff that starts wars, you're like, okay, all right, let me think about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Rethink my
exactly.
plan.
I can't really
You gotta think about
go this direction. Let's figure out how I can do it, because I got the voice.
Yes, you
I
do.
got the reach.
But the politics situation of it
politics,
is
you
just
gotta
too sticky,
understand it.
man.
Yeah.
It's too dirty
it's-
anyway,
it's
like to
dirty.
get in there.
So the key was, how do I accomplish the goal without getting caught up in all the extraness that comes with it?
Sure.
So we had to find a source that they wasn't interested in, but at the same time would create just as big as an impact, and that's where solar came into play.
Akon, do you think people are doing enough to help? I'm talking in any situation, any country. Do you think we're doing enough to help?
I think there's a lot of people out there doing great things.
Sure.
I just don't think that everyone is doing what they could.
We could do more.
They do just enough to feel good. So let's say hypothetically you got $100 in your pocket, right? And you go down the highway and you see a man with a sign, and he's holding it up, homeless, or he got a sign, I'm a veteran looking for work, or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
You always going to stop and make the judgment. Man, you going to just buy some drugs with it, do something like that. But what they don't really calculate is that you're not really the one to judge, because you don't know what he's going to do that. People don't go out that far if they don't really need it. No matter for what they need it for. People just don't do that.
It's
So
almost unfair to judge, right?
it's really, it's not our role to judge. We just
Sure.
do our part, and then whatever he does with that money is between him and God.
Yeah.
But you'll be rewarded for just doing your part.
Man.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just feel like if we all just did our part, regardless of what your personal idea of what you think mattered, then we would do more. But everyone has a reason for why they're not doing it, or why they should be doing it. But certain, things that always be around it that just kind of stops you from really doing what you think you could do, or doing more,
Sure.
for that matter.
Yeah, man. Akon is here, Cruise
Yes.
Show, Power 106 in here with the good word, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. And providing and making things happen with a voice. I think some artists, they get a voice and they don't necessarily use it.
Because it depends on what they're in it for.
Right.
Because, to be completely honest and transparent, when I first came into the business, I just wanted to be rich.
Yeah.
That's
Money-
why I was in the street, just
money,
to be rich.
women,
Get rich or
clothes,
die
jewelry.
trying, that was the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I could do this legit now, make millions and not get in trouble. Okay, well, that's the angle. Now you go in and you start making money, and you start to be real successful. It's like, okay, what do I do now?
Right.
It's only but so many strip clubs you're going to make it rain in. It's only but so many cars you're going to buy, but so many
Jewelry.
houses. It gets tired. So you're like, am I in this really just to be flossing and shitting on people? Excuse me.
That's
But
okay.
No, you're good.
That's the attitude.
Say whatever
Yeah.
you want, man.
You know what I mean? Like, is that why you're really in it? And then eventually things start to change, and you're like, okay, is this how I want to be remembered?
Right.
That's the question that you have to ask
A
yourself.
lot of people don't think that far in ahead, especially when they get success, because they fear that success isn't going to necessarily last as long, right?
Because it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Success never lasts. Success is just, it's the hype, and it's that spotlight for that moment.
Sure.
What you do with that light and how you keep that light shining is how you be remembered. Prime example, and I say this all the time because this kind of stands out. When you look at Bob Marley, for instance, right?
Okay.
Amazing producer, writer, musician. Well known for his music around the world. But not only was he known for his music, but his music itself now had a meaning because of one thing that he did in his life. And that was going to Zimbabwe and putting those two leaders together to combine the East and the West. So there was no more wars. That one move made his whole music relevant and made it peaceful and made it one love. So now when you think of Bob Marley, you think one love. Some people don't even know what that one love means.
Right, right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But it was that moment that created that one love. You follow what I'm saying? So now his whole brand is about one love, and it became peaceful.
And that's what it is now, to this day.
To this day.
God bless.
One move.
God
There you
bless,
are.
my G. No, I was congratulating Akon on his accomplishments and on his thought process and how he gets this
You
done.
say
But
thought process?
I
thought
was
process.
just gonna say that. Stop.
Okay, if we're thinking about the thoughts,
Oh
then
my
if we're
God.
talking about thoughts, though, listen, I know you're very popular with women. You love women. There's no secret there.
I don't honestly see any guy that don't love women.
Yeah.
Right.
Even gay guys love women.
Absolutely.
True.
That's very true. That's
Women
very
are very
true.
loved.
Now, do we have wives? Do we have a wife? Do we have
Girlfriends?
a group of girlfriends? Akon, how do we live our life?
Family.
They're family.
I have family.
You have family. How many members in this family?
It's about 57 of us.
Wait,
50
what?
Direct family
Whoa.
members,
Wait.
yeah.
You know all their names?
Of course.
Yeah, of course he does.
That's a lot of names.
Please don't ask him to do so. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, so they're family, right?
family,
But
yeah.
you're married to family, or how do I pose
I mean,
that?
family is just a natural connection. You know, through.
How many
Y'all know how families
immediate
made.
wives do you have? I guess is what I'm trying to ask.
I think you got to look online for that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I have you here.
I like to
Why
keep
do
that-
I have
You
to
can
Google?
tell us.
No, I like to keep that open. I like to keep
Like
that
your
open.
marriage?
I like to keep it open for speculation. That's what keeps my life exciting. People like to.
Do you ever put a limit on it?
There's a limit in life. Period. I think it's always going to be a limit.
You have a specific limit for how many you want in your bedroom,
Yeah,
though?
What's your limit?
2.
You have a limit?
2? I mean, that's as
I mean,
far as
is
I've
that your
gotten.
limit, or is that all you can handle?
I mean, no, listen, I can probably
There's
handle
there's
3.
a difference. Okay, cool. So your limit is 3.
I don't necessarily have the equipment for any more.
God didn't bless him.
Fuck you. You know what I mean? You too. You too. Shit. Fuck it. I got Akon here. But I'm just saying, you know.
You know,
I
that's
mean,
but that's
2 or
that's.
3.
I mean, Africans and Mexicans are alike, but that's the one thing we may be different.
We're very different in that department. Absolutely. Trust me. We wish we were
Yeah, we
alike.
just got a little more stamina. That's all.
No, it's more than stamina, bro.
No, we're
Just
going
more.
with stamina.
We're
We're
good
going with
at that.
stamina.
It's just more.
But you have a family and you take care of your family,
1000%,
right? And they're priority. Are they
absolutely.
priority?
No, that's why I'm out here doing what I'm doing.
My man. Yeah, right?
Family is key. So let's get back to the thoughts, though. I'm gonna talk
Oh, you want to talk about
What
that?
about the thoughts?
How much have you spent at a strip club?
money wise?
Yeah, sure. I'm not talking about time, bro.
I, think
Oh, we both same.
I can say I probably donated.
Donated.
Donated. Give it up for donating.
You paid for some college tuition.
You know?
Listen,
paid
you
for
got to
some
support
college-
single
no,
moms.
I mean
you know?
it goes back to charitable.
You're very charitable. You have a
Yeah.
great
No, you
heart.
have to.
Even
You
in
know?
the strip club, right? It doesn't matter.
No, I mean listen. When you look at, I honestly respect strippers. I really do because
do I.
at least
So do I.
At least they up front.
Thank you.
At least they honest. I know a lot of chicks that talk about these girls, but they worse than strippers.
Thank you.
Honestly, without it, believe it or not. But at least strippers that say, listen, I'm here trying to get my money. I will, you know. So what am I worth to you? And then that way you make that decision.
Right.
If you think she's
right.
worth $100,000,
What?
then you drop $1,000 on her.
Wow.
If you don't
Just
think
like
she's
that.
worth, I mean, think about it.
Then you move forward.
Exactly.
But
So
what does she have to tell you
They're
if she's worth it?
entertainers.
Does she have to say, "Hey, listen, my oldest son is watching my youngest son. Can you please give me $1,000?"
Hey, I mean, that twerk gonna have to be $1,000 worth.
Yeah.
Though. You know what I'm saying?
We do get the sob stories. Do you remember any sob stories going to the clubs?
Nah, I don't really
That's
talk.
the worst.
They don't talk to
No,
you?
but that's the worst when the stripper is telling you how she's got kids to feed.
I was about to tell you, that's the last thing they're gonna do is tell you they got kids and shit.
It's probably different for
That's
you.
a turn off.
It's different for Akon.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah,
Best move
that's
is
not really a sexy, thing,
Yeah.
especially when they got to bend over right in front of you after that.
right.
Yeah.
If you're,
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, now.
if you're not a multimillionaire, the
Yeah.
thing to do is to bring a chick with you.
Yeah.
No, yeah, chicks are always magnets for more chicks.
The easiest call,
They
right?
got to be
Like
nice
when I went to
though.
the strip club with you.
Yeah, remember that? We
Yeah,
brought
they
Crystal to
gotta
the
be
strip
nice.
club. Dog, we had them all on us.
See?
She was right there.
Okay, Chris, I see you, baby.
Holla.
ahead, go
I didn't go to the strip club with you though.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we need to go with
That's a
Akon.
different level.
Are you still
man.
visiting strip clubs?
I love strip clubs. I honestly, I prefer strip clubs over regular clubs.
You know, it doesn't make you a bad person, I think, if you visit a strip club or two. You know
No.
what I mean? I think that's
Yeah, I
you
mean, I
being
do
an
it for
adult.
different purposes, though. You know, some majority of the time,
the buffet?
majority of the records,
pizza?
you'd be surprised. The biggest records start in the strip. All my records started in the strip club.
That,
I
yo,
broke
that's
every
real.
single record
That's
of
real
mine
shit.
in the strip club.
If your record breaks in the strip club, you good to go.
Yeah, the strip club will tell you the truth. It ain't gonna lie to you. Believe it or not.
What song tanked in the strip club that you've seen? Maybe not yours, maybe someone else's. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. You never really know if it tanked
Yeah.
because you don't just hear
If
it.
you don't hear it, yeah.
You hear it one or twice, and then if you never hear it again,
Yeah.
then it just wasn't working.
You know what the worst is when your boys are watching you get a lap dance. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Either get one or get out of the way.
yo, stop looking at me.
I mean, why they? That's no. See.
He has different
Go
life,
ahead,
bro.
Akon. Break that down.
Yeah.
See.
Yes. If your boys is watching you get a lap dance, then there's something wrong with you.
Meaning
'Cause listen,
the person getting a lap dance.
Me
or
and
you
my
watching?
man, when we go into the club,
Go ahead.
all right, we'll start off with 5,000.
Each 5.
We start with 5,000 together.
Okay.
All right, we'll break the brick in half. 25 for you, 25 for me.
Okay.
Jeez.
We'll drop about 500, to see how the birds are chirping. You know what I'm saying? If they go down for them C's, if they go down for them C's, we drop some more C's on them.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then after that point, listen, there's no way my man gonna be sitting there watching me get a dance. It just don't work. I'm gonna say, look, come drop on me, and then I need. Matter of fact, go find your girl, somebody look just as good as you for my man, and vice versa. But
Damn.
if
That's a
you're
homie.
watching your man get a lap dance, or your man is watching you get a lap dance, y'all need to question that friendship.
There's a problem.
Because that's why y'all there together.
Yeah.
Akon, don't you feel bad for the girl that's picking up 3 singles?
Aw.
No, we always tip them on the way out.
Yeah, right.
We always tip them on the way out.
That's very nice.
We
of
don't
you.
even drop that money on the floor. We just give them the band.
Just give it to
Wow.
him. Hand it over.
Just give it to them. That way they ain't got to share it.
You can run for president in there.
Oh, no, we like
You got
presidents.
their vote. You got their vote.
Hell
I
yeah.
would love to be a stripper when Akon's there.
No, they know how we do when we come through.
Believe it, man.
Yeah, we come
We
through.
bringing bags.
We donate.
We donate.
I mean, think about it. It really is a donation. Because guess what? When you leave the club and you represent it, they always going to use your songs when they get on that pole. So
Right.
they're promoting for you all the time. So they're always giving.
Sure.
They just not physically giving.
Oh, they're giving all right.
You follow what I'm saying? So ladies,
Yeah.
if you're a stripper, just know if you give and you request my record, when I come through, I'm going to donate.
What song should they dance to?
It's up to them. Long as it's my record, I don't care what they dance to.
Get out.
They can dance to.
Yeah.
They can dance to Mr. Lonely. I don't care.
Oh my god. There's a
Just
lot
know-
to choose from.
Yo, you
Yeah.
gotta dance to Lock It Up. I don't give a fuck.
Man, you can dance to whatever.
Right?
Just play the whole Convicted album. Fuck it.
You know what I'm saying? Just know when
Easy.
I come through, I will be paying it forward.
See, that's what I'm talking
Wow.
about. Akon is a human being. He does great things, but he also likes to enjoy himself,
He
which I
enjoys
think
life.
is
No, you
very
have to
important.
enjoy life.
You have to
Yes.
enjoy
You
yourself.
There's no balance if you're not enjoying yourself. It really isn't. Like you're gonna either be a slave to what you're doing, or you're gonna end up doing something stupid or something you ain't supposed to be doing, trying to find happiness.
You gotta find happiness, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's the dumbest thing you've purchased where you thought to yourself, I shouldn't have done that?
My gold chain.
Really?
My first chain.
How much was it?
Like $30,000.
Was that your advance?
Half of it.
Wow.
Where'd you go? You went to New York to get it?
Yep.
And what happened?
I was just like, I thought I was the man.
Yeah.
I honestly did. I thought I was the man.
Yeah.
I had my big convict chain on.
Big convict
Dang,
joint. I
heavy as
remember
hell,
that.
but it didn't matter. I'm like, yeah, I got these. You ain't got these.
Right,
it was that.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Then I went and bought a car, put half of what I had left on the car. So now I got a nice car.
What kind of car?
Big chain. It was a Jetta, actually. It was a Volkswagen. What you call that, D? The Corrado.
Corrado, yeah.
It was a Corrado.
They're popping back
That was
then.
back. You remember Corrado?
Yeah, man.
Like, too many people ain't had those. Like those
Right,
went
right.
on the road like
you
that.
had to have it.
Man,
to have
what?
it.
What?
You know what I mean?
Man, I put that system in that thing. Put the rim kit, the whole spoiler.
What'd you put in, like an Alpine or something?
Man, listen. All I know is I had them 24s in the back
Damn.
and the tweeters all through the side of the
Yeah,
seats.
subbing.
Man, I was subbing heavy. And then I had the little hologram joints right up under the gas pedal. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? When you see the
Yes.
lights when you close the doors.
Yes.
It was like disco in that bad
Yo,
boy.
it was like
my
pimp my ride in that
gosh.
motherfucker.
Tinted
right?
windows, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know, he had the kind of
5%
car
tint.
that when you're in it, all you hear is,
Yeah.
Until you roll the windows down, then you can hear the music.
there you go. 'Cause it's bouncing off of other cars.
It was right? So now I spent my money on the chain, spent my money on the car, spent my money on, down payment on the car.
Yeah.
But I didn't calculate the insurance that come after that. Of
course.
I ain't
geez.
calculate.
A lot of young cats don't think
No, they
about
don't.
it that
They
far.
don't. They
Yeah.
don't calculate the down. I mean the mortgage. I mean not mortgage, but the car payment that come
Registration.
after that. The
All
registration.
adds up.
Then what made it even worse, my chain wasn't even insured because I didn't even know about
So
insurance.
somebody
at the
can
time.
snatch it and it's gone.
And it's gone. Like I'm not knowing about none of that. But when all that was done, I had about $10,000 left, and that $10,000 had to last me until my record popped. And what you don't know is
that takes years. It
that
can take
could
months,
take
years.
It could take. In my case, it took a year and a half
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
because Locked Up took a year for radio to pick it up.
That was before iTunes
We
and
was
digital,
that
so
was
you weren't
before-
seeing it necessarily right away.
Exactly.
Right,
Knowing what I know now, I would have spent that money totally different
right.
because
No
none of that
change.
had no value outside of just looking good.
Well, at the same time, you have to look the part as well,
No,
right?
you don't. For the kind of music I was doing, I'm singing about being locked up. I ain't need none of that. Honestly, if I looked approachable, I probably would have popped off quicker.
Yeah. Ghetto living, man.
Because
You
it
living
wasn't.
good.
Yeah.
That wasn't really my image. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm speaking for the everyday people, the struggling hood nigga.
Right.
Like that was me.
Yeah.
I didn't need all of that. You know what I'm saying?
But you
Yeah.
wanted it.
But I wanted because I seen everybody
Because you
else do
saw
it.
it. You saw it and you were like, that's the thing to do.
Absolutely.
Once you did it, you realized, what the fuck am I
Because
doing?
what I realize is rappers, we make it harder. We make it harder for ourselves. Because the music is all that really matters at the end of the day.
But then it's hard to keep up with yourself.
You can't. It's impossible. You're going to always want more. Right now, I know billionaires that's still trying to make more billions because someone else got an extra billion more than them.
Sure.
Wow.
It's competitive.
It's so competitive. I'm like, dude, you a billionaire. You don't need to ever work again in your life.
You're done.
No, but Elon Musk has more. I need to get him. You follow what I'm saying?
That's
so
insane.
it's like you never gonna be satisfied.
Yeah. It's a
Ever.
competition,
I'll be
too, right?
satisfied.
The rich game is a competition in itself.
1,000% within them though. That is like within
people.
them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this would trip me out. I went to
Please tell us.
the Monaco.
Yeah, the Monaco,
And
okay.
Before Monaco, I was in Dubai. I went to Dubai.
Both
and I saw
places with a lot
I saw
of
this
money, by the way.
100-foot yacht, and I'm like, I need that right there.
Oh my God.
I need that in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get that. That 100-foot yacht was huge to me. Then we sailed it to Monaco.
Mm-hmm.
When we got to Monaco,
Bigger yachts.
we rode past a yacht that made that 100-foot yacht feel and look like a 1-inch yacht. This yacht was owned by the president of Microsoft.
Wow.
When I tell you this thing looked like a cruise ship, and when we rode past it, man, our 100-foot yacht almost flipped over.
Oh my God.
It looked like a Honda, right?
And the owner of the 100-foot yacht was like,
That's
yes,
cute.
I need that.
Oh man.
So I'm like, dude, you can never be satisfied. It's impossible.
Never. No way. No.
And this dude had everything in this yacht. I mean, he had submarines in it, recording studios. It was over 300 rooms in that thing. I've never seen nothing like it in my life.
And now you're thinking, I gotta have
No,
this.
I don't.
No?
I was cool with the 100-foot yacht. Matter of fact, the 100-foot yacht at the time even was too big for me. Because when I said, yeah, I got to have that, I thought about it. I said, I won't even utilize all the space.
Right,
If
right.
I had half of it, I'm cool. I could take it to Lake Lanier. and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sailing. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not about to spend 2-3 months in the water.
Sure.
I'm not. I'm gonna go to Monaco or Ibiza or something.
And
grab
then
some chicks.
it'll just be
call
docked at
David
that
Guetta. And it's popping
And there it
on
is.
our 50-foot yacht. And they thinking we the shit.
Right.
I don't need that big submarine over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't need the cruise ship.
Nah, man.
Because now I got to find them chicks. I don't know what room they're going to be in. It's too many rooms.
They're going to get lost.
Every room
They're going to get lost. You know?
That's when success becomes excess, right?
Excess.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, I'm in the market for a speedboat, so if you could help me out, I'd really appreciate it. A two-person
So what you
speedboat.
going to do about the banana boat, though?
The banana boat, see?
Oh, wow.
See, I'm going to bring some of my family over. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to do. Akon,
See, you
it's
ain't
been
never
a pleasure.
satisfied, man. That's
No,
what I'm
never.
talking about,
Exactly,
man. Just
right?
roll, man. Just roll.
It's been a pleasure, man. Did we
for
miss
sure.
anything? Do you want to plug anything?
Oh, just look out for future projects coming.
Yes.
You know, of course, within a lot of this time, people might have thought that I forgot about the music, but I just want to make it very clear
Right.
that everything that happens in my life, every experience is content. Everything that happens to me, if you follow me from the beginning of my career, I've always spoke and sang about things I actually go through.
Sure.
So just understand this new album is going to give you something that you've been waiting a long time for.
We can't wait for it, man. We're
That's
waiting on
gonna
it, man.
be awesome.
Yep, and BET is honoring you as well.
Yeah,
Congrats.
Congratulations,
BET.
man. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So thank you, BET. I felt like, I felt really good when they did it. Because BET was one of those real stations, TV stations, that I really, really wanted to recognize me in the beginning when I first started.
Well, I believe they
So
did.
I felt like they were like my big brothers in so many words. Because even when I was coming back and forth to Africa, and I had met a guy by the name of Stephen Hill.
Yeah.
And at the time, I didn't know he
runs BET.
I had no idea.
Okay.
I didn't know who he
Wow.
was.
Sure.
I know. So we were just having a conversation, and then a few years down the line, he had sent me an email. It was like, I remember talking to you on a plane coming from South Africa, and I always wanted to let you know, because he never told me who he was. And he sent me this amazing email saying, I'm proud of what you're doing. I see what you're doing around the world, and we will not forget what's going on around here. We'll make sure the world knows about it.
Wow.
And at that time, I still didn't even know who he was.
Right.
Because I'm bad with names. So for something like this to happen, it always brings me back to that conversation. I almost want to say that has a huge impact in what's going on. Outside, of course, the people behind me that really believe from day one and always fought for stuff like this. Because I was never really the kind that just kind of want the recognition. I just like to just do it because I'm doing it from a different space.
Right.
It's not really about everyone or broadcasting what I'm doing. I just want it to be done to the point where when it's done, it's actually being done, and it's undeniable because people are actually having their lives changed from it.
That's the way to be. That's the way to be.
It definitely feels good to be honored by BET.
Congrats.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Hell
That's
yeah.
major, man. What's up, Todd? One more question. We got to let him get out of here,
Yeah,
man.
I know. I was gonna say you have a lot of successful friends. I mean, when you start doing a project like this, now it's getting more shine on it. Do people offer to hop in and join you? Like, what can they do to do that, or just so far?
Or you
just
making calls, Akon,
Yeah.
like, yo,
Oh, no.
I need you on this.
Yeah, you don't seem the type to do that.
I never really make any calls. I always like a movement like this. It has to come from you. It got to come. It's because
Be organic.
I need you to. Yeah, I want
Yeah.
you to come because it's what you want to do.
Has anyone come up yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But I've got a lot of friends that came and say, "Yo, Con, I love what you're doing, man. I got to find a way to be a part." And my answer is always, "Well, just be a part."
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
It's simple.
that's it.
Just be a part.
Yeah. My man, Akon, thank you very much for coming through, man. You know you have a home here at the Cruise
Oh,
Show on
come
Power
on.
106, day one, homie.
Believe me,
Next time we're going to a strip club, though.
it's me and you. I got you, Chris.
I'm going.
I got you, Chris. Don't worry.
Oh, really quick, shout out
got
to
you.
MZ as well. Shout out to
Oh,
MZ.
Yes,
MZ.
MZ. What up, what
The
up?
African Jew. That's my brother right there, man.
Yeah,
I love
man.
MZ, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
my dog.
Every time your name came out of his mouth, it
No,
was
listen.
extremely positive. He's like, that is my brother. right
Yeah,
there."
nah, he's now that one. It's funny because I'm actually putting lights in his village. He don't even know it.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
He don't even know it because
Oh,
I hadn't seen
that
him.
would fill
I
me
haven't,
up with
I hadn't
so much
seen him
joy,
in so
man.
long.
Wow.
Since I've been moving, he don't even know it. But I know when we go to Inaugurate, I'm definitely flying him down with me for sure.
You're doing the
Oh,
right thing.
wow.
Congratulations, Akon.
Nah,
That's
thank you,
awesome.
man.
Hell
Taking the
yeah,
strip club
man.
too, it'd be fine.
There you- This motherfucker right here. I told you.
Only me for the strip club.
Yeah, you don't want to
Akon.
take MZ to the strip club. Yeah,
Just
he's-
take the cruise show,
Yeah,
dog.
he's more African than I am, so keep that boy out of that club right there, man.
Akon Crew Show,
You
Power
already know.
106.
Best then, better now. Get yourself a pair at Robert Wayne Footwear.